ni mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu keto mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu keno mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu kyani mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu keto mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu keno mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu kyani mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu keto mama.
Ekiziwe.
Kizingu kyani. Dekide mama. Dekide mama. Dekide keto. Dekide mama. Dekide keno. Dekide mama. Dekide kyani. Dekide mama. Dekide keto.
bellezza infiora, e là fuggevol ora s'inebria voluta, libbiam nel dolci fremiti che suscita l'amore, poiché quell'occhio al core onnipotente va. Libbiamo, amore fra i calici più caldi baci avrà.
Tra voi saprò dividere il tempo mio giocondo, tutto follia nel mondo, ciò che ne più da c'è, con diavogo giro vedo, gaudio dell'amore, e fiore nacemore, e più si gaudio del condiom che ci invita vedo cento lusinghe. La tazza e il panzico nel frutta bella e riso, in questo in paradiso ne sopra il bocodì. Quel viso del vedoio, quando non sami ancora, non dito che ignoro il mio destin così. Contiamo la tazza e il cantico, bella riso, in questo in paradiso e sopra il bocodì.
Someone asked me what I thought art was. I think anything that communicates is art. Anything that communicates the human condition, the world around us, asks the big questions, even if it doesn't have all the answers, I think that's art. To me, what's really exciting about the visual arts, unlike the other performing arts, is that visual art is usually always there. We can go back to it over and over and over. After a few days, a few months, or a few years, the work of art is still there, and it still speaks to us. And with maturity, with time, it might speak to us even more profoundly than the first time we saw it. I grew up in San Francisco, a beautiful art city, and there is where my love for art began. Then I fell in love with the history of art, and as an art historian, I'm trying to understand what art has meant and what art does mean to us today as a culture.
You know, art for me is something more than just drawing or pencils or lines. It's problem solving, it's training your eye, it's working beyond what most people see. Most people expect it to be art. They expect it to be drawing. They expect it to be the line, the pencil, the pen, the paper, the brush. But beyond that, there's so much more to it. And that's what makes art wonderful. It's the ability to be creative, the ability to problem solve, and the ability to share your vision, what you see of the world, with everyone else around you.
Printmaking rocks because it teaches discipline.
I don't really have words as to why I do art. That's why I draw, that's why I paint, and that's why I create the way that I do. If I had the words, maybe I wouldn't paint. But I like the fact that I'm drawing all day long.
So art to me is some kind of weird, sick torture that I guess I can't really live without. While I'm an illustration major, it's so much more than that. It's music, it's just the world around me. And I know it's totally cliche, but I took this aptitude test once and it said, my results were that I was an artisan, and it basically said that I can't communicate without art. And I think that's it. I can't live without art. It expresses everything that I've ever felt in my life.
When I'm stressed or upset, making art helps me breathe again.
Art is what adds color to life when you think about it. The clothes we wear, the things we use, the architecture we live in, even the urban environments that we inhabit would be far less interesting if it was not for art. Art is what adds spice to life.
Why art? Because my left brain never fully developed.
I love art. I'm a graphic design major. I think that art is really important in our education system. I grew up not being exposed to the arts at all, and I was exposed to them after high school kind of by accident, but it's become one of my biggest passions in life. I think it helps us express a lot of things we can't do just with our language. I think it helps us solve problems, and I've noticed differences in all other subjects of school as I've become more involved in the arts and expressing myself.
I make three-dimensional art because my viewers live in a three-dimensional world, and I think in our society we have a lot of opportunities to interact with two-dimensional objects, two-dimensional media, so I feel it's valuable to still work with real materials in real space, in real time, and let my viewers interact with that.
Art is an expression of the internal world into the external world, and some things can only be communicated through art.
I think art's cool because it gives us a chance to work with lighting, kind of like the lighting in here that's shining on my face, and show it to people in such a way that makes them feel good inside.
Art for me is really important personally, just because there's an infinite amount of ways that you can express yourself with it. Like writing a paper for me is one of the most stressful things in my life, just because I'm constricted by words, and it's harder to use them, you know. But when you sit down and just have a sheet of paper in front of you, there's an infinite amount of strokes or brush strokes or whatever that you can use to express what you're feeling. And so it's just a lot easier for me to express myself through the creativity of art.
that falls on my ivory shoulder. I enjoy being a girl. When I hear the complimentary whistle that greets my bikini by the sea, I turn and I glower and I bristle. Oh, baby, that whistle's meant for me.
and a whole lot of you. Add a dash of starlight and a dozen roses too. Then let it rise for 100 years or two, and that's a recipe for making love. It doesn't need sugar, cause it's already sweet. It doesn't need an oven, cause it's got a lot of heat. Just add a dash of kisses to make it all complete, and that's a recipe for making love. Not like anything you've made before, 'cause it won't keep you coming back for more. No, I didn't get it from my grandma's book up on the shelf. Didn't get it from my magical and culinary elf. No, a little birdie told me that you can't make it by yourself, and that's a recipe, girl, that's the recipe of making love to you. That's the recipe making love.
Our voyage is over, and tomorrow I start for the north to my poor father's place.
Your poor father? I thought he was alive.
Well, so he is. What made you think he wasn't?
You said, your poor father.
Oh, that's a trick of mine. Rather a silly trick, I suppose. But there's something pathetic to me about men. I find myself calling them poor so-and-so when there's nothing whatever the matter with them.
But oh, Lord.
What's the matter?
Something about your late husband.
My late husband? What do you mean? Don't tell me he's dead!
Don't tell me he's alive!
Don't frighten me like this. Of course he's alive, unless you've heard anything.
The first day we met on the boat, you spoke to me of your poor dear husband.
Is that all?
Well, afterwards you called him Poor Tops. Always Poor Tops, our dear Poor Tops. What could I think?
I wish you wouldn't have given me such a shock about him, for I haven't been treating him at all well. Neither have you.
You mean to tell me that you're not a widow?
Oh, gracious no, I'm not in black.
Then I've behaved like a blackguard. I've broken my promise to my mother, and I shall never have an easy conscience again.
I'm sorry, I thought you knew.
You thought I was a libertine?
No, I thought you liked me, but that you knew and would be good.
I thought the burden of being good had fallen from my soul at last. I saw nothing there but a bosom to rest on. The bosom of a lovely woman of whom I could dream without guilt. And what do I see now?
Just what you saw before.
No, no.
What else?
Trespassers will be prosecuted. Trespassers will be prosecuted.
Thank you.
Si lui convient de refuser, rien n'est fait, menace ou prière. L'un parle bien, l'autre se tait. C'est l'autre que je préfère. Il n'a rien dit, mais il me plaît. Jamais connu de nous. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Si je t'aime, prends garde à toi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Mais si je t'aime, si je t'aime,
Now, do you have any Mentos?
We have only what you see, Barton
You know, in
McCormick.
America they do have Mentos.
Go to America, so.
You know, me Auntie Mary did send me 7 Mentos in a package.
Good on you, Auntie Mary.
From Boston, Massachusetts.
From Boston, Massachusetts.
But you have none.
We have only what you see.
You know, you should get some Mentos in, really, because Mentos are nice sweeties. You know, you should go and order some in. Or get someone from America to go sending you some. In a package. But I guess I'll have to be taking another look for myself.
Take another look for
Now,
yourself.
do you
Art.
have any yellow mallows?
We have only what you see.
Well, you know, in America they do have yellow mallows.
I suppose your Auntie Mary did send you some in a package.
No, she sent me a photograph of some in a package. The only proper sweeties that she sent me were the 7 Mentos. Well, really, it would have been better if she'd sent me, like, 3 Mentos and 4 yellow mallows. So then I would have had, like, a selection. Well, you know, or 4 Mentos and 3 yellow mallows. I mean, I was happy enough with the 7 Mentos, if truth be told. Although the photograph for the 7 Mentos did raise me curiosity about the yellow mallows. But you have none.
Yellow mallows.
Aye.
No.
Oh.
We have only what you see.
Oh. Well, then I guess I'll have to be taking another look for myself then.
Thank you.
Photography is important to me because it lets me document experiences and points in my life that I can share with other people and help them see what I see.
To me, visual communication is very important because I've been a designer for years and I know what it's like to try to do it on my own. So I came to school so I could leverage on the experience of professionals who've been in the industry for years and gone to school themselves. I know there's a lot of poor design out there and almost everybody now has a computer and a digital camera, but just having those tools doesn't make you a great designer and give you the ability to communicate effectively. So that's why I'm here to learn those things.
Photography helps me express myself in ways I usually can't with words.
Well, graphic design is a difficult thing to describe. It's complex, it covers a number of processes and media, and if I were to be forced to state in simple terms why I think graphic design is important, I think it's just that good communication is important, and it's important to have your message heard. And with so much information in the world today, it's difficult to do that sometimes. There's so much information going on, so many messages to be heard. So a good graphic designer is someone who can communicate a very complex idea, a very complex message in a very clear, concise way, and I think that's important. And beyond that, I think a good designer needs to entertain and enrich the world in some way, and I think that's very important too.
Design is a universal language that can cross cultural barriers.
I'm in visual communications because I communicate better with images and colors, and I'm not really good at writing. Other scholastic things aren't my thing, but I like to express myself visually.
I love telling stories. Illustration gives me the tools I need to share those stories with everyone.
Graphic design is taking a company's essence and squeezing it down into a logo.
I love being as creative as I can be, but with limitations. And I love making the world a prettier place.
Visual art is inspiring. It not only makes me who I am, but in actuality, without knowing it, it makes you who you are too.
One thing I love about photography is, unlike the saying that says if you want to get to know somebody, walk a mile in their shoes, photography allows you to see through somebody else's eyes in ways that you wouldn't be able to see otherwise. So it gives me a form or a method that I can now communicate how I see the world to other people in a form that they can readily take in and absorb in a way that no other medium can.
I really think the reason I got involved with graphic design is because every other job sounds kind of boring.
The thing I love about graphic design is the ability to take images and ideas and just be able to throw it into one and make something creative and enjoyable out of it and see things come together.
Photography is my way of adventure.
Photography and creativity keeps me sane. It's my getaway.
The more creative I am, the more balanced I am in my life. And the more I realize that there's more to see in the world, and the better perspective I have on the things around me.
I think creativity is really important once we sit down for a second to focus on everything that has to be created, like designs on our t-shirts or even the buildings around us, and without that we live in a pretty boring world.
Graphic design has the ability to move people to action. When you create something that moves people to action, it has a profound experience, is a very profound experience. And I want to really be a part of that for the rest of my life.
En soi-même, par son propre reflet éclairé, ainsi tout invente les thèmes d'une assise exaucée. Dirait-on, Sing a song of sixpence, sing a song of sixpence, sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of sixpence, sing a song of sixpence.
Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of pie. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Was not that a dainty dish to set before the king? Sing a song of sixpence. Sing a song of sixpence.
The king was in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlor, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes. There came a little blackbird and snapped off her nose. Sing a song of sixpence. Sing a song of sixpence. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of pie. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Was not that a dainty dish to set before the king? Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of pride. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. 4 and 20 blackbirds. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of pride. When the pie was was not that a dainty dish? Sing a song of sixpence. Sing a song of sixpence. Sing a song of, 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 sing a song of sixpence.
Come on in, take your coat off. You want something to eat? We got a whole half a chicken in the icebox.
Oh, no, thanks. I really shouldn't stay very long.
Well, sure, but take your coat off for a minute. So I was telling you, my kid brother Nicky got married last Sunday. That was a very nice affair. I never saw anything so grand in my life. And what a meal. Now, I'm a butcher, so I know a good hunk of steak when I see one. And that was some prime filet. Right off the top of the chest. $1.80 a pound. Of course, you can get a cheaper cut. You can get a rib steak. I mean, that got lots of waste on it, but it costs about $1.25 a pound if you get it trimmed. Claire, make yourself comfortable. I mean, you look all tense.
Oh, I'm fine.
You want me to take you home? I'll take you home.
Maybe that would be a good idea. No, Marty, please.
What? I like you. I like you. I've been trying to tell you all night I like you. All I want is a kiss, please.
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
Marty!
All I wanted was a lousy kiss. What am I going to try something serious? My mother coming home any minute? What am I, some kind of a leper?
I just didn't feel like it, that's all.
I'm old enough to know better. Come New Year's Eve, everybody starts arranging parties. I'm the guy they gotta dig up a date for. I'll take you home.
I'd like to see you again. Very much. The reason I didn't let you kiss me is because I didn't know how to handle the situation. You're the kindest man I've ever met. The reason I tell you this is because I know that when you take me home, I'm just going to lie on my bed and think about you. I want very much to see you again.
Well, what do you do tomorrow night?
Nothing.
Maybe I'll call you up tomorrow morning. We'll go see a movie or something.
I'd like that very much.
I mean, the reason I can't be definite is because my Aunt Caroline might be coming up. I may have to help her out.
I'll wait for your call.
Well, you better get you home. The buses only run about 1 an hour. Thank you.
Thank you.